Welcome back, Ruby K here. I'm so glad you have joined us for part 2. We're going to dive into some of the basics of getting started with your event. Now, yesterday or in part 1, we talked about what your brand looks like, who are you serving, who are you, etc. But we're going to get a little bit more narrowed down today because every event is unique and of itself. And you'll actually want to ask yourself this question with every single event that you do, because your event might be targeted, or we want to target it for a specific person and a specific purpose. So even though you say, oh, I am helping moms of young children who are looking to try to, get into homeschooling, and that is my brand and that is who I serve. Okay, well, that's an amazing who that you serve, and that is an amazing description of that. But let's ask them, with this specific event, what are you hoping that they learn today? What are you hoping they learn from this part of it? Is it that it's, okay, this is step 1 in curriculum buying, okay? So now your who is starting to narrow down. Yes, they're wanting to get started in homeschooling, but this person also doesn't know where to get started with curriculum. There might be other stay-at-home moms out there who want to do homeschooling who already know all about the curriculum. So this is an even more specific category for your specific event. So start to ask yourself the question of who very specifically is this exact event for. Like I said, we're going to ask this every time. So if you do a curriculum 101 in one event, and then the next event is going to say how to schedule your day with your homeschooler, that's going to be a different event. So ask yourself specifically for this one event. Dive in a little deeper, give a brief description of who this is and what this is going to say to that person directly. Okay, and then also alongside that, what is this event going to accomplish? Is this sharing Curriculum 101? I'm going to give you 10 different choices and resources for curriculum in today's event, and we're going to explore those. We're going to talk about that. That is the goal of this particular event. So write down, what is the goal for this event? What do you want this person to walk away with? If you're thinking, I'm planning an in-person 3-day workshop, and I'm going to have 50 to 100 people there, great. What is the overarching goal of that event? Is it to sell a product? Is it to sell a service? Is it to do both? Is it to inspire? Is it to provide impact? I mean, obviously, we want to do a lot of those different things together in all of our events, but let's really get it specific on this one. So maybe your 3-day workshop is like, by the time my person leaves, I want them to feel this. I want them to walk away saying, whoa, my life was transformed because I had no idea I could X, Y, Z. And you don't want to just be too vague about it. Like, I want them to feel transformed. I want them to feel energetic. So let's take the word transformed. Okay, do you want them to feel transformed because you gave them a new wardrobe and you showed them how to match their body style to what they're wearing? Do they feel transformed because you did a 3-day detox and their colon is feeling transformed? Are they feeling transformed because they went to a new place that they've never experienced and they got to see a new culture? Maybe that's the transformation they are coming away with, that their eyes are wide open to a new part of the world. What exactly is the transformation? Don't use big words like that, like, I want them to feel energized. Okay, energized about brushing their teeth? Energized about what? So get specific on that. All right, the next question is, when are you going to do this event? Not only on the calendar of like, okay, if I'm doing a 3-day retreat, it's going to be in September and I'm going to do it on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And it's, I'm going to do 3 full days, 8-hour days. So is it a long event? Or is it short? Is it like, you know what? My first event is going to be a 30-minute workshop on curriculum 101 for homeschooling families. So I'm going to plan that very strategically right before the homeschooler convention in July. So I'm going to plan it on July 1st because I know the convention is on July 7th. And when they walk into that convention warehouse with all those curriculums, I want them to feel prepared. So my event is going to have a specific date to it that's going to launch them into their next step and give them the confidence that they know which curriculum they're really excited to go and purchase from the convention. So when is your event? Is it going to be 30 minutes? Is it going to be 3 days? Maybe it's even a 6-week event. So let's talk about what is that looking like for you as to what you want to accomplish. I think you could probably get, your curriculum workshop done in 30 minutes or an hour, or maybe you need to spend 30 minutes on each different type of curriculum. So really start to think about when and the length of what your event looks like that's right for you and for your audience. Okay, number 4, where is your event? Where is it going to take place? We talked a lot about this in part 1, but this is super important because if you are trying to reach a curriculum, a stay-at-home mom who is looking for curriculum, and you're saying that you're going to do it at XYZ library in your area, that might be really powerful to them. Or they might say, I can't make it. I've got 4 kids at home. There's no way we're all getting to the library at one place at one time. Or maybe that is a normal hangout for them. Where is it going to be? Or maybe she says, you know what? It would be so much better for me if I could watch it at 9 o'clock at night after I put the kids to bed. Like that, if I could watch it online in a Facebook group and I can know that the replay is there for me when I'm ready, then I can in case little Johnny wakes up at 9:20 and interrupts my curriculum workshop, then I can go back and watch it again. So where is the best place to have this event go for you? Is it online? Is it in person? If you're looking for a Zen transformative retreat, then most likely you're going to want to go on location, be in person, in an intimate setting. What does that look like? Where do you choose? Do you want to have it in a place where they can explore, be off of their phones? Where is that for you? So very different locations and something to really consider. Where is your first event going to be? All right. And then also, is it, in person or online? That's just a good, if you want to start narrowing it down, say, can I do in person or am I doing online? Okay, that's step number 1. Now, if it's in person, where is it going to be? In my home state, or is it in my home community? Is it in my house? Wherever works best for you and your people. Okay, number 5, why is this event important? This is such a good question to continually ask yourself. Why is this event, number 1, important to you? Why do you have a passion to do this? Why do you feel there's a need for this event? What's the gap in the market that you need to, do this particular event? And why is it important to your people? Why will they feel like, oh man, I really need to get to Ruby Kay's curriculum workshop on July 1st, because if I don't, I'm going to be wasting all this time when I get to the convention warehouse and feeling so lost and so overwhelmed. It is important so that I can get clarity on exactly the curriculum that I'm excited to go see when I go to the convention. That's why it would be important to me to attend your event. So really ask those questions of why is it important for you? What fuels you to do this event? And what is going to motivate your person to come? Why is it important for them? They need to feel that necessity as well. And then we're going to take action. We are going to put it on the calendar and we're going to get started with this event, no matter how big or how small. But I will say to you, if you are looking at saying, hey, I want to do an event where I'm speaking in front of 1,000 people, and we're going to go to this big ballroom at a hotel, and I'm going to have cameras. We're going to live stream it. I'm going to have all these people there, and you don't really have your audience built up yet. And you could go rent the ballroom. You could do that for $20,000. You can get the food there. You can get it all set up. You can get the notebooks. You can do the pieces and parts. But do you have people to show up? If not, Put that one on the back burner and let's start with the event that's right for you right now. You might be saying, oh, I do want that. Hashtag life goals, hashtag speaker goals. I love to be on a stage of 1,000 people, but right now I have about 400 Facebook friends. So maybe I need to start building my audience on Facebook. So maybe I need to start with a live video, a workshop, an event on Facebook where my people are, and start to gain some traction and work my way up to being able to be on that stage in front of 1,000 people. Does that make sense? So don't way overthink it and say, oh, if I do this curriculum class, I'm going to have 100 moms show up, when you don't even know 100 moms. We got to meet those 100 moms first. We've got to do some smaller things along the way. So again, break it down and say, let's meet at the park first. Let me gather the 5 moms that I do know and I do hang out with. We're going to gather them at the park. And then we're going to do it again the next weekend or the next Tuesday morning. And I'm going to ask them to gather their friends with us. And we're going to start to build our audience at the park. That might be your event, is a mom's date at the park. And we're going to build from there. And we're going to build and build and build until now you've got this community of amazing moms in your area. And it's like, wow, we have so many moms here. We need to split up into 2 parks, 3 parks, 4 parks. And even from there, then you can say, hey, all these moms who are stay-at-home moms and we're doing homeschooling, we're going to be gathering together at the local recreation center in this room. And we're going to talk about curriculum. Does that make sense? We got to start where we are and start to grow. So if you're looking at your big event and these amazing things, pull it back if you need to. If you are ready to pull off your first 1,000-person big stage ballroom event, more power to you. You probably are an influencer. You probably got your skin in the game already. You're rocking, you're rolling, and we can do that too. So put the date on the calendar for that. If you know that you've been called and you're feeling ready and your people are asking, if you've got hundreds of people asking you for a live event, I think you're probably ready. So you can put that date on the calendar. All right, you guys, take some time, fill out part 2, and I will see you for part 3.